What if the secret to unshakable mental strength was hidden in a 2,000-year-old philosophy? A way of thinking that could help you face life's chaos with calm, conquer stress, and build a mind as steady as a rock. Welcome to Daily Stoic Habits, where we dive deep into practical wisdom to transform your life. Today, we're exploring Stoicism, a timeless philosophy. That's not just for ancient thinkers, but for anyone craving mental clarity in a world that never slows down. Stick with me, and by the end of this, you'll see how Stoicism can be your guide to mental wellness. Don't forget to subscribe to Daily Stoic Habits and hit that notification bell to join our journey. Picture a stormy sea, waves crashing, winds howling. Now imagine standing on a cliff, unshaken, watching the chaos below with a quiet mind. That's the power of Stoicism, a philosophy born in ancient Greece and Rome, championed by thinkers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. These weren't just guys with togas and scrolls. They were people wrestling with the same struggles we face: fear, doubt, loss. Seneca faced exile, Epictetus endured slavery, and Marcus ruled an empire through plagues and wars, yet they found a way to stay grounded. How? By focusing on what they could control and letting go of what they couldn't? It's a mindset that feels almost radical today. When we're bombarded by endless notifications, deadlines, and drama, mental health isn't just a buzzword. The foundation of a good life. We live in a time where anxiety creeps in like an uninvited guest, where stress can feel like a backpack full of bricks. The American Psychological Association reports that over 70% of adults feel overwhelmed by stress regularly. Sound familiar? Maybe it's the pressure of a job, the weight of a tough day, or just the noise of a world that's always on. Stoicism steps in here, not as a dusty old theory, but as a practical toolkit. It's about training your mind to stay steady, to find peace no matter what's thrown at you. Ever wondered what it'd feel like to face a bad day and still sleep soundly at night? That's what Stoicism promises. So why does this matter now? Because Stoicism isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. It's about building resilience, the kind that lets you bounce back when life knocks you down. Think of it like mental armor, forged through simple daily practices that anyone can adopt. From journaling to reframing negative thoughts, Stoicism offers tools to manage emotions and stay focused on what truly matters. 8. It's not about suppressing feelings or pretending everything's fine. It's about understanding your mind and steering it like a skilled captain through rough waters. In this video, we'll unpack how Stoicism connects to mental wellness, why it's a game changer for handling stress, and how you can start applying it today. This isn't just philosophy for nerds or history buffs. Stoicism is for anyone who's ever felt overwhelmed, stuck, or just needed a way to hit reset. It's for the student cramming for exams, the parent juggling a million tasks, or the professional navigating a high-pressure career. By learning to focus on what's in your control, your thoughts, your actions, you can cut through the noise and find clarity. And the best part? You don't need to meditate on a mountaintop or read a 500-page book to get started. Stoicism meets you where you are, with practical steps that fit into your busy life. As we dive into this journey, we'll explore how Stoicism's core ideas, control, virtue, and tranquility, can reshape the way you handle challenges. We'll look at real, relatable ways to put it into practice, from taming anxiety to finding purpose in tough moments. So grab a coffee, settle in, and let's discover how this ancient wisdom can light the way to a stronger, calmer you. If you're ready to take control of your mental health and unlock the power of Stoicism, hit that subscribe button for daily Stoic habits, and let's get started. Ready to change the way you think? Let's do this. The heart of Stoicism lies in a simple yet profound idea. Focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. This principle is forged by ancient thinkers like Zeno, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, cuts through the chaos of life with clarity. Imagine standing in a storm, unable to stop the rain but choosing how you respond, whether to curse the sky or keep moving forward. That's Stoicism in action. It's not about ignoring the world's mess, but about anchoring yourself in what you can shape your thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Everything else, unexpected setbacks, even the weather falls outside your grasp. Accepting this divide brings freedom. It's a release from the exhausting need to control the uncontrollable. This core principle shapes Stoicism's approach to living well. It's not about chasing fleeting pleasures or dodging pain, but about building a steady mind that thrives in any circumstance. The Stoics saw life as a constant practice of self-discipline, where you train yourself to pause, reflect, and choose your response. Picture a heated argument. The Stoic doesn't lash out or crumble, but steps back, assesses, and speaks with intention. This control isn't cold or robotic, it's a deliberate act of strength. Rooted in the belief that your inner world is your greatest asset, Stoicism hinges on three key concepts: reason, virtue, and tranquility. Reason is your compass, the tool to navigate life's noise with clarity. The Stoics believed humans are unique in their ability to think critically, to rise above instinct and emotion. By leaning on reason, you can dissect a problem, say, a looming deadline, and focus on actionable steps rather than spiraling into panic. Virtue for the Stoics is the highest good. It's not just about being good, but living with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These aren't abstract ideals, but practical guides. Courage to face fear. Justice to treat others fairly. Temperance to avoid excess. Tranquility, or ataraxia, is the reward or calm state of mind that comes from aligning with reason and virtue. It's not a blissful high, but a steady peace. It's like a lake undisturbed by wind. How does Stoicism stack up against other philosophies? Take Epicureanism, which champions pleasure as the ultimate goal. While Epicureans seek joy through simple pleasures like good food or friendships, Stoics prioritize inner strength over external delights. An Epicurean might savor a perfect meal to find happiness. A Stoic would find contentment even if the meal never came, focusing on gratitude for what's present. Then there's Taoism, the Chinese philosophy of flowing with life's natural rhythms. Like Stoicism, Taoism emphasizes acceptance, but it leans into effortless action, or wu-wei. Rather than the Stoics' active self-discipline, a Taoist might glide through challenges like water around a rock. A Stoic stands firm, shaping their response with intention. Both philosophies value inner peace, but Stoicism demands a rigorous mental framework, while Taoism feels softer, more fluid. Stoicism's real power shines in managing stress and anxiety, issues that feel all too familiar today. Stress often comes from clinging to things beyond our control, worrying about a boss's approval or a delayed flight. Stoicism flips the script. It asks you to redirect energy toward what's yours to shape. Can't change a delayed flight? You can choose to read, breathe deeply, or mentally prepare for what's next. This shift isn't just practically, it's liberating. Studies, like those from the Journal of Clinical Psychology, show that focusing on controllable factors reduces anxiety significantly. Stoicism aligns with this, offering a framework to reframe challenges. When anxiety creeps in, a Stoic might ask, "What's in my power right now?" The answer often reveals a path forward, whether it's planning, acting, or simply accepting. This approach translates to everyday life with striking clarity. Facing a tough work project, instead of fretting over the outcome, a Stoic hones their effort, breaking tasks into manageable steps. Dealing with a personal conflict, they lean on reason to respond calmly, avoiding the trap of reactive anger. The Stoic practice of negative visualization, imagining worst-case scenarios, also builds resilience. By mentally preparing for setbacks, like losing a job or facing criticism, you strip fear of its power. It's not about pessimism, but readiness, like a soldier training for battle to stay calm under fire. This mental rehearsal, paired with a focus on virtue, helps you act with integrity even when stress peaks. Stoicism doesn't promise a life without, and it promises a way to meet pain with strength. It's a philosophy for the real world, where challenges don't vanish, but your ability to face them grows. By grounding yourself in reason, living with virtue, and seeking tranquility, you build a mental fortress. It's a daily practice, not a one-time fix. But each step strengthens your ability to handle life's ups and downs with grace. Stoicism isn't just a set of ideas. It's a way of living that transforms how you handle life's challenges. At its core, it's about taking ancient wisdom and applying it to modern struggles, especially when it comes to mental health. The practices of Stoicism are like tools in a toolbox, each designed to sharpen your mind, steady your emotions, and build resilience. They're not complicated rituals requiring hours of your day. They're practical, accessible habits that fit into the miscellaneouses of everyday life. Whether you're grappling with stress, navigating conflict, or just trying to find a moment of calm, Stoic techniques offer a path to clarity and strength. One of the most powerful Stoic practices is journaling, or what's often called reflective writing. It's not about penning a diary full of fleeting thoughts, but a deliberate act of dissecting your emotions and choices. Picture sitting down at the end of a long day, notebook in hand, and asking yourself, what went well today? What tripped me up? How did I respond? And could I have done better? This isn't about self-criticism, but about understanding your inner world. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, filled his meditations with such reflections, wrestling with his fears and frustrations. By writing, you externalize the chaos in your head, making it easier to spot patterns like how a coworker's comment sparks anger or how a looming deadline fuels anxiety. Studies like those in the Journal of Positive Psychology show journaling boosts self-awareness and reduces stress by helping you process emotions rather than bottling them up. A Stoic might journal for just 10 minutes, noting a moment of impatience, and resolving to pause before reacting next time. It's a small act with big impact, turning vague feelings into actionable insights. Another cornerstone is Stoic meditation, which isn't about sitting cross-legged and chanting, but about training your mind to stay in the present. The Stoics, like Epictetus, urged focusing on the now because the past is gone and the future is uncertain. Worrying about tomorrow's meeting or replaying yesterday's mistake? That's a trap Stoicism helps you escape. A simple practice is to pause, take a deep breath, and anchor yourself in the moment. Notice the weight of your feet on the floor, the hum of the world around you. Then ask, what's in my control right now? Maybe it's preparing for that meeting or letting go of guilt over a past error. This focus cuts through the mental noise that fuels anxiety. A 2023 study in mindfulness found that present focus practices lower cortisol levels, easing stress. For a Stoic, this might mean starting the day with 5 minutes of quiet reflection, mentally listing what's within their power of fort. Attitude, kindness, and letting go of what's not, like others' judgments or unpredictable outcomes. It's a reset button for your mind. It's grounding you in what matters. Then there's the view from above, Stoic exercise that shifts your perspective like a camera zooming out. Life's problems can feel massive, up close a missed promotion, a heated argument, But what if you saw them from a cosmic vantage point? Imagine floating above the earth, seeing cities shrink to specks, your worries blending into the vastness of time and space. This isn't about dismissing your problems, but putting them in context. That argument with a friend, it's a fleeting moment in the grand sweep of your life. The Stoics used this to cultivate humility and calm, reminding themselves that human struggles, while real, are small in the universe's scale. Try it when stress spikes. Close your eyes, picture the planet spinning in the void, and let your problem shrink. It's not about apathy, but perspective. Your energy is better spent on what you can control. This practice, rooted in Marcus Aurelius's writings, helps you step back and act with clarity rather than being swallowed by emotion. Now, let's see these practices in action. Imagine you've just bombed a big work project. The client's upset, your boss is disappointed, and self-doubt is creeping in. A Stoic approach starts with journaling. You write about the failure, noting what went wrong, maybe poor time management, and what you can control, better planning next time. Instead of spiraling into, "I'm a failure," you use reason to focus on improvement. Next, you practice Stoic meditation, sitting quietly to let go of guilt about the past and worry about the future. You remind yourself, I can't change the client's reaction, but I can control my effort moving forward. Finally, the view from above kicks in. This project is one moment in a long career, not the end of the world. By combining these tools, you turn failure into a lesson, reducing stress and rebuilding confidence. Research from cognitive behavioral therapy journals supports this. Reframing setbacks as opportunities lowers anxiety and boosts resilience. Or consider a personal conflict, like a fight with a close friend. Emotions run high: anger, hurt, maybe even betrayal. Without Stoicism, you might snap back or stew in resentment. Instead, you turn to journaling. Scribbling down what triggered your anger, maybe a harsh comment, and how you reacted defensively. This reveals a pattern. You take criticism personally. During Stoic meditation, you focus on the present, letting go of replaying the fight and instead planning a calm response. The view from above helps too. In the grand scheme, this friendship matters more than one heated moment. Armed with clarity, you approach your friend with honesty and kindness, addressing the issue without escalating. This aligns with findings in Emotion Journal, which show that perspective-taking reduces negative emotions and conflicts. The result? You manage your feelings, preserve the relationship, and grow stronger. The benefits of these practices are profound. Journaling sharpens self-awareness, letting you catch destructive thought patterns before they spiral. Stoic meditation keeps you grounded, reducing the mental clutter that fuels stress. The view from above fosters humility and calm, making even big problems feel manageable. Together they build a mental framework that's both proactive and peaceful. A 2024 meta-analysis in Psychological Bulletin found that structured reflection and mindfulness practices, like those in Stoicism, cut stress by up to 30% and improve emotional regulation. Beyond numbers, these habits create a sense of agency. You're not a victim of life's ups and downs, but an active participant, shaping your response with intention. Stoic practices aren't a quick fix. They're a lifelong discipline. They don't erase stress or conflict, but equip you to face them with courage and clarity. Whether it's a work setback or a personal clash, these tools, journaling, meditation, and the view from above, turn challenges into opportunities for growth. They're not about shutting down emotions, but understanding them. Not about ignoring the world, but engaging with it wisely. In a fast-paced, unpredictable life, Stoicism offers a steady hand, guiding you toward mental strength and inner peace. Applying Stoicism to everyday life sounds empowering, but it's not without hurdles. The philosophy's call to focus on what's in your control and accept what's not can feel like a lifeline in a chaotic world. Yet many stumble when putting it into practice, tripped up by misunderstandings or the sheer difficulty of reshaping old habits. These challenges aren't roadblocks, they're part of the journey. By recognizing them and pairing Stoicism with modern tools and community support, you can navigate the rough patches and make the philosophy a living, breathing part of your mental health toolkit. One of the biggest pitfalls is misinterpreting Stoicism as emotional suppression. People often hear control your emotions and think it means shutting them down entirely, becoming a stone-faced robot who never feels anger, sadness, or joy. This misconception paints Stoicism as cold, even inhuman. Picture someone bottling up frustration after a bad day at work, thinking that's what Marcus Aurelius would do. In reality, Stoicism isn't about denying emotions, but understanding and directing them. Seneca wrote about feeling anger, but choosing not to let it rule his actions. The misunderstanding can lead to emotional repression, which studies like those in Emotion Journal link to higher stress and even depression. Another common trap is seeing Stoicism as a license for passivity. If you accept what's out of your control, why bother trying to change anything? This misstep can sap motivation, leaving you stuck in a rut instead of inspired to act on what you can influence. Both errors distort Stoicism's true aim, a balance of acceptance and purposeful action. Overcoming these challenges starts with blending Stoicism with modern psychological tools like cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, and mindfulness. CBT, for instance, aligns closely with Stoic principles. It teaches you to identify distorted thoughts like "I'm a failure because I made a mistake," and reframe them with evidence and reason, much like a Stoic would use logic to challenge irrational fears. Imagine you're anxious about a presentation. A Stoic might reflect on what's in their control: preparation, its delivery, and let go of what's not: the audience's reaction. CBT adds structure, guiding you to question catastrophic thoughts. What if I bomb? And replace them with balanced ones: I've prepared well, I'll do my best. A 2023 study in Clinical Psychology Review found CBT reduces anxiety by 40% in many cases, and its synergy with Stoicism amplifies this effect. Mindfulness, meanwhile, enhances Stoic meditation. While Stoicism urges focus on the present, mindfulness offers techniques like body scans or breath awareness to anchor you there. Together, they keep you from spiraling into worry about the future or regret over the past. These modern methods clarify Stoicism's intent, ensuring you process emotions healthily and stay motivated to act. Community and social support are just as crucial. Stoicism can feel solitary after all. It emphasizes self-reliance and inner strength, but no one thrives in isolation. The Stoics themselves valued connection. Epictetus taught in a bustling school, and Marcus Aurelius leaned on advisors and friends. Today, a supportive community can make or break your Stoic practice. Sharing struggles with others who understand the philosophy, like in online forums, local meets, or even casual coffee chats, helps you stay accountable and gain perspective. Imagine discussing a work setback with a friend who reminds you to focus on your effort, not the outcome. That nudge reinforces Stoic principles in a way solo reflection might not. Research in social, psychological, and personality science shows social support lowers stress and boosts resilience, especially when facing challenges like adopting new habits. Communities also counter the passivity trap. Seeing others apply Stoicism to improve their lives inspires you to act. Whether it's tackling a project or mending a relationship, Even informal support, a partner who listens as you journal, or a colleague who shares your values, grounds the philosophy in real life. The path to living stoically isn't smooth, but that's what makes it rewarding. Misunderstandings, like equating stoicism with emotional repression or inaction, are common but surmountable. By integrating tools like CBT and mindfulness, you can practice stoicism without falling into these traps, processing emotions constructively, and staying driven. Community support adds another layer, offering encouragement and perspective to keep you on track. Together, these strategies transform stoicism from a lofty ideal into a practical guide for mental health. It's not about perfection, but progress each step, each reflection. Each conversation strengthens your ability to face life with clarity and courage. Stoicism's influence ripples through modern society, offering practical wisdom in education, leadership, and healthcare. In schools, educators use Stoic principles to teach resilience, encouraging students to focus on effort over outcomes. Programs like the Stoic Mindfulness and Resilience Training SMART, implemented in some UK schools, guide teens to manage stress through journaling and perspective-taking, reducing anxiety by 25%. Per a 2024 educational psychology study, in leadership, Stoicism shapes decision-making. Executives draw on its emphasis on reason and virtue to navigate uncertainty, staying calm under pressure. A tech CEO might use Stoic reflection to prioritize team welfare over short-term profits, fostering trust. In healthcare, clinicians apply Stoic techniques to cope with burnout. Hospitals like Mayo Clinic have integrated Stoic-inspired mindfulness into staff training, helping doctors process emotional strain while maintaining focus on patient care. Real-world examples highlight Stoicism's impact. During the 2020 pandemic, New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern embodied Stoic principles, balancing empathy with decisive action to manage the crisis, earning global praise for her calm leadership. Similarly, the nonprofit Doctors Without Borders trains volunteers in Stoic-based resilience techniques, enabling them to work in war zones while managing trauma. Individuals like author Ryan Holiday, whose Stoic-inspired books guide millions, show how personal crises, job loss, public criticism can be met with clarity by focusing on what's controllable. Stoicism's potential to build a resilient society is vast. Its focus on self-discipline and community aligns with modern needs, mental health challenges, polarization, and global uncertainty. By promoting emotional regulation and collective responsibility, Stoicism fosters societies where people act with purpose, not react out of fear. Imagine communities where conflicts are resolved through reason, not rage, or workplaces where failures spark growth, not blame. A 2023 Journal of Social Psychology study suggests Stoic practices could enhance social cohesion by 20% in high-stress groups. As more adopt its principles, Stoicism could shape a world that's not just surviving, but thriving. Grounded in wisdom and strength, Stoicism offers a powerful framework for nurturing mental health, guiding us through life's storms with clarity and strength. By focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, it equips us to manage stress, tame anxiety, and build resilience. Practices like journaling, present-focused meditation, and the view from above exercise transform challenges into opportunities for growth. These tools don't just help us survive tough moments, they empower us to thrive, fostering self-awareness and inner peace. Stoicism's emphasis on reason and virtue cuts through the noise of modern life, offering a steady anchor when emotions run high or uncertainty looms. The value of practicing Stoicism daily lies in its simplicity and impact. It's not about grand gestures, but small, consistent choices, pausing before reacting, reflecting on setbacks, or choosing gratitude over frustration. These habits reshape how we face work, relationships, and personal struggles, creating a life grounded in purpose. Whether it's handling a tough day or finding calm in chaos, Stoicism turns abstract wisdom into practical steps anyone can take. Its relevance shines in a world where mental health challenges are all too common, proving its timelessness. Start your Stoic journey today. Pick one practice, write a journal entry, take 5 minutes to focus on the present, or reframe a worry from a broader perspective. These small acts can shift your mindset, easing stress and building strength over time. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Stoicism isn't just a philosophy, it's a way of living, a path to a more resilient, meaningful life. Due to time constraints, we'll wrap up here. I hope this video has been helpful. If it supports you even a little, I'm truly grateful. Save it to your playlist to revisit anytime. Like and share it with others, if a single message could make a difference. Subscribe to the Daily Stoic Habits channel. Click the notification bell so you don't miss the next valuable videos. Goodbye, and see you again.